What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the one and only NIO stock, which you should be looking after for the future. I'm also going to break down the jobs report that just came out and talk about a catalyst that's going to be massive for NIO. It could actually push NIO in either direction, but I am a little bit more inclined to thinking that this could actually push NIO up a little bit for next week. Now, before I actually break down why I think that, before I talk about everything going on with NIO and what I think could actually affect the share price, and also what NIO put on their Twitter page, which is amazing for the purpose of this company, I do have to mention a couple of things before saying any of this, and that is I'm not a financial planner. Don't take any of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the WeBull link down below and in the description. If you sign up for WeBull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks, each worth up to $2,500. And you can always sell these 12 free stocks for cash and use that cash to buy some NIO shares for free. This is a limited time offer. The offer ends in just 8 days, so please check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at NIO, this thing's down about 3.25% for the day, a little bit red in the after hours too, and we could see how the overall market was affecting it. Now, I did mention to you guys that if we did see SPY kind of sell off a bit, it could have an effect on NIO, and NIO was actually starting to cool off after the big move it made just a couple of days ago, but we did actually hold the $20 level of support. We actually closed above that, so I do think that NIO having this gap up here could be a pretty decent sign for next week. It is going to come up just a little bit here and there, but I do believe that the future of the stock market is also going to be dependent on the data that comes out. And this is what I want to explain in this video. So we have a jobs report that came out, all right? And we can see right here that it actually showed a nice increase. We actually saw a lot of jobs that a lot of Americans started filling jobs. We actually saw a big increase in part-time positions, which was adjusted for about 303,000 in July. So a nice increase for July compared to what we saw in June. Now, a lot of people may kind of, celebrate when they see news like this, but other people are looking at this, especially many economists, as the market is just very uncertain right now. We're supposed to be in this recession. We're supposed to see some dropping in jobs, like a slowdown in our economy. It doesn't look like the economy is slowing down the way a lot of people would have thought, because earnings came out not as bad as some people would have thought. They were actually pretty decent on a lot of ends. Some were incredible. And in other sectors, like looking at jobs, we're actually seeing some increases. So what kind of recession is this, right? And the Fed could interpret this in a way where they realize they may have to be a little bit more hawkish in the future, but that's not entirely confirmed until we see a CPI report. And I believe this is going to be a big catalyst for next week. So CPI is coming out. I'm warning you guys in advance. It's coming out on August 10th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And what this essentially means is we're going to find out what was the estimated inflation rate for the month of July. So once we actually find this out, it's going to give us an idea of whether or not inflation really peaked in June and whether or not it's truly going to start coming down. Now, Elon Musk mentioned that he believes inflation is going to start coming down from here. It's going to start downtrending. So that's a very good sign for NIO and the markets going forward. And if that's the case, if we are starting to see it come down, that could be a good sign for the markets. Now, it doesn't mean that the bear market's over. It doesn't mean that we're never going to see, the market drop again. It just tells us that we are seeing some steps in the right direction, and we want to see inflation cool off, because the faster it cools off, the quicker the true recovery is going to come for the markets. So if we get a CPI report that's actually a lot lower than expectations, or it's even lower than what we saw for the month of June, that would be a big, piece of progress that the market is making. And I believe that sometimes the market is just so unpredictable, but I do think that this could be a positive catalyst and the whole market could actually push up. So I'm still inclined into thinking that NIO is going to trade kind of in this range for a lot of time. But right now, the markets are showing some signs of weakness. We actually saw Tesla take a big hit down. If I actually go down here, if you look at SPY, very similar. It made a nice move up. It was holding up this range, and I was talking about this range for quite a bit of time. The SPY has been holding up. It does have some gaps down here around like 408 and so on and so forth, but it's holding up so far. So I'd like to see it hold up. If it does fill this gap going into early next week, the whole market might start to drop. And I am a little concerned we might actually see that come out a little bit early. So it might actually drag NIO down a little bit for Monday, maybe parts of Tuesday. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see NIO actually touch 19.5, maybe even go as low as the 19 range, get a nice bounce from there. But NIO could actually push up again, come back to the 21 range if the market does kind of rally off this news. And I would really like to see CPI decrease for this next report. That's essentially what I'm looking out for. And I do think it's more likely for that to happen because you could see energy makes up a massive percentage of CPI. It's a big factor. And we did see energy prices go down for the month of July because remember, gas was so expensive in June, they started going down. So hopefully it does have a positive effect. And if that's the case, perhaps the markets will start to respond to this. Now, maybe the market's already priced a lot of this in, so it won't have that much of an effect. But as of right now, I don't necessarily see the market just tumbling off this news. I think it's more likely to do okay. And if CPI does come in hot, which would be very unexpected, the whole market would take a hit. So be prepared for that. But as of right now, a downtrend does seem like that is what's going to come. So NIO could make a very nice move sometime in the middle of next week, not Monday or Tuesday, but I would say around like Wednesday, Thursday, we could have some relief from the potential red we're going to get. So that's essentially what I'm seeing. Now, when it comes to NIO, the short term is not the best. I see this thing just channeling. Maybe it could drop a little bit more over the next couple of weeks as we get closer to the next FOMC meeting. And specifically, I think as we start September, the market's going to start taking a bit of a hit. But remember, the long-term future and the vision of this company is still incredible. NIO put on their Twitter page that the Northeast China Tiger and Leopard National Park has China's largest population of Siberian tigers, and they're actually talking about its importance of keeping the parks clean and helping to preserve ecosystems. So I'm very proud of NIO for spreading awareness of this, for working on cleaning up parks, for working on clean energy. I mean, to me, I'm proud of them. They have a massive significance that's going to be very bright for the long-term future and future generations to come. So for NIO, when it comes to their EP9, they did display it on a museum, and they do have big updates coming out later on. But as of right now, I'm incredibly bullish for the long-term future. I mentioned previously that I do see NIO breaking all-time highs again. I do believe NIO will come back to the 70s sometime next year. So with that said, you're able to buy the stock when it's like less than a third of that. It's less than 1/3 what it was when it hit all-time highs. So remain calm, cool, and collected. Don't let this information or like the FUD out there get the best of you, and just stay calm, cool, and collected. Get ready because the markets, they may not be the best over the next couple of weeks. I do expect some choppy price action, and I really do think that soon the SPY is going to start coming down, maybe after next week, maybe not that soon. Just to show you guys just another example, if I bring up the 2-hour candles, you guys could see, I mean, the SPY has, a gap down here. It has a ton of gaps in the 380s, in the 370s, at 408, the 360s. It has all these gaps. The SPY is going to come down again eventually, in my opinion. So just be prepared for it. I'm not saying it's going to happen immediately. It may take a few weeks, but this is going to affect NIO. So I want to warn everyone that I do think a lot of buying opportunities are still going to come. The market's not fully recovered yet, and the recovery phase hasn't started yet. We're not capitulating yet. So remain calm, cool, and collected. I really think that this is something to look out for. Please stay strong, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. So enjoy your weekend. Take care. For next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we see NIO make some nice moves. It's probably going to drop in the beginning, but we could get a nice bounce by the middle of the week thanks to the CPI report. And other than that, that's essentially what I have for this one. So pay attention to the key levels. I will give you guys my price prediction on Sunday. I like to save it for the day before. And with that out of the way, remain calm, cool, and collected, and just get ready. Enjoy your weekend. And because NIO still looks bright, I haven't lost faith in the company, guys. So be patient, enjoy your weekend, NIO to the moon, and peace out.